What it is, Niners fans? What it do, Niners fans? It's 49ers mailman coming at you right above the NFL draft and assigning our undrafted free agents. Going over that draft class again. Dejon Stribling, second round, 6'2", 4'3". Maybe the best blocker in this draft at the wide receiver position. Yak Monster. That's who we got there. Round 3, Romelo Height, one of the best one of the best pass rushers coming out of college in this draft. Great pick. Love both of those picks. Just want to say that. Kaleon Black, one of the first to look that up and see where them catches was in his pedigree. And yeah, reported that was him before he transferred to Indiana. 17 his freshman season. I think it was 27 catches his sophomore season. So yes, he is a receiving threat. He just wasn't used that way in Indiana. So Garendo might be on notice. Of course, Teller's always on notice. It's gonna be good competition. We'll bring the best out of all of them. Grace Holton, great pass rusher and a good run defender. He's equally good. 107, pick 107, just outside the top 100. You know how all the scouts, they refer to the top 100 is usually where the cutoff at between good and bad. This year it's pushing a little bit past top 100, and next year is supposed to be even a deeper draft. Just want to let you know, keep an eye out for that. Round 4, we got Carver Willis, played both offensive tackles in college. Already told the Niners that he's willing to play the interior, that's the guard or the center. The corner out of Washington, 6'3", 5/8 of an inch. Mostly zone corner. Gonna have to coach him up at the man. He might push one of the non-zone quality corners on our roster. He might push one of them and take somebody's job messing around. If they get their zone coverage skills up, that's what Kyle runs. You can't be out there getting penalties, getting extra rough, and you can't play off just a little. Like, I want my corners to be rough. I want to be physical upon contact. Yes, I do, but I don't want you out there grabbing. I don't want you doing none of that. Don't give me a penalty when it's 3rd and long. So Youngin might push for a job. Jaden Duger, number 5, round 5 out of Louisiana Lafayette. Developmental linebacker. They used him at every way conceivable except for in the secondary while he was at Louisiana Lafayette. Was a safety at Georgetown University and transferred to Louisiana Lafayette. So who knows? Maybe a good developmental piece. 49ers have been known to develop quality linebackers, especially when moving on from defensive back to linebacker with that skill set. Enrique Cruz, mixed reviews. Looks like a swing tackle. He doesn't look bad to me. Coach him up. We need youth. We got Trent back. We got McKivitt starting. We got the free agent swing left tackle. Then we got Cruz to be the swing youngin. I don't know if him and Willis makes the team. We're gonna see, but competition breaks the best out of these players. All right, moving along. I wanted to talk about my draft crashes. During this draft off season, because I started this YouTube channel, I actually looked deeper into positions of need that I know we needed, so I could have an idea of who was available. During this process, a couple players I'm gonna be following their whole career. Starting out with Brian Parker II, out of Duke, 6'5", 305. He played a tackle at Duke. Man, young and vicious. Oh man, reminds me of Pooney, how we took a real dynamic tackle guard tweener and turned him into a guard. So run block grade 83, pass block grade 83, zone block grade 84. Man, he played left tackle and right tackle. I watched his tape. I was like, I just knew he was gonna be somebody we went after, but we didn't. And you know, things work out the way things work out. what can you say? We did take the two offensive linemen that we took, but PFF said Young and scored high. He pushed 29 on the bench press. He's gonna make somebody a real good guard on the NFL level. I think it's the Bengals. I think the Bengals drafted him. Yeah, dope player. Keep your eye out for him. He was available. That's all I'm saying. Okay, Isaiah World, 6'8", offensive tackle out of Nevada. Man, my man tore his ACL in the playoff game against Indiana. You know, the champs. Was supposed to be a day 2 pick. I had my eye on him because I wanted us to draft someone to replace Trent Williams. If not this year, or maybe developing this season, then maybe next year he could step in for him if need be. But Youngin was awesome, man. Shame that he tore his ACL. He ended up missing the Senior Bowl as well as the Combine. Ended up not being drafted. I think he signed with the Chargers as an undrafted free agent. Good luck to him, but again, another guy that I'm keeping my eye on because I thought the world of Youngin leading up to him hurting himself like that. That looked like somebody that could replace Trent. Youngin, most pass snaps of any offensive tackle the last 2 seasons. 1 sack given up each of the last 2 seasons for a total of 2 sacks the last 2 seasons. Transferred from Nevada to Indiana. Chargers got them a real good sleeper right there if they got time to develop him for 2 seasons. Good pickup. Somebody that I'll keep my eye on, Isaiah World. Okay, Niners fans, next up on my draft crushes, Jake Slaughter, out of Florida. Center or interior lineman, 6'4", 305, 22 bench reps, 32-inch arms, interior guy, right? He's gonna be a great young center for the Chargers. They got him at 63. Somebody I have my eye on. Another great draft crush. I've been watching Youngin for a long time. Great center, man. That guy that we got, I know they raised him from a puppy, but you gotta move on. I would have loved for us to have drafted the center this season. Like, you know what I mean? I support the decisions they make. I just look at it as if what would I have done. But I do support all the decisions they make. This right here is something that I'd have done. I'd have got me a young center. Love Jake Slaughter. Love a couple other guys with Jake Slaughter up front. Okay, Niners fans. Next up, Malachi Lawrence, 6'4", 250 out of UCF. Projects to be a 4-3 edge or a 3-4 outside linebacker with high pass rushing skills. Pass rush grade was 89 with PFF. Pass rush win rate was 19%. Ran a 4.540. 4.540. 1.58 10-yard sprint. 33-inch arms. That's a knock. You would like longer, but in 3 years, 20 sacks, 90 pressures. What more? Cowboys got them a good one with Youngin. Oh man, they came up. I ain't gonna speak too much on them. Good pick. Okay, got another one for you. Joshua Joseph, edge, 6'3", by 240. Coming by the Tennessee. Drafted by the the Commanders. Another 4-3 edge, could be 3-4 outside linebacker. Had a pass rush win rate of 21%. Rotational speed rusher. I thought he was a great pick. I had my eye on for us. Really good pickup. If nothing else, he could pass rush on third downs out the gate. Good pickup by the Commanders. Got another one for you. Romello Height, 6'3", 240, Texas Tech. 49ers drafted him. I already talked about him. One of my favorite of my draft crushes. Pass rush win rate of 21.8. If not the best, one of the top 3 best pass rush win rates coming up out of the draft this season. I talked about him in my draft breakdown. Excellent pick by 49ers. Love this pick. If nothing else, he could pass rush now. Another one of my draft crushes for you. Adami Tucker, edge out of Western Michigan. 6'2", 250. 31-inch arms. You know how they feel about them long arms. 93 pass rush grade. 28.4 pass rush rim grade. The highest. He was the highest. 41 hurries, 14 sacks. Now, mind you, not playing against top of the level competition, but numbers don't lie. For me, that's still worthy of opportunity. I was looking at him as another pass rusher to get later on in the draft because he comes from a smaller school. Chargers cleaned up. They took Nadami Tucker, Isaiah Oliver, if I didn't already mention it, and Jake Slaughter. They got a lot of my draft crushes, so me and whoever their GM is, we'll see eye to eye. Great pick for the Chargers, in my opinion. Okay, Niners fans, I'm gonna try to wrap this up. I'm gonna go with my 2 safety draft crushes, then I'm gonna do some honorable mentions, and we're gonna call this 49ers Mailman Draft Crushes episode. First up, safety Dylan Thieneman, 6 feet, 205, coming up out of Oregon. Played in Purdue, then transferred to Oregon. Perfect safety. He can do whatever you need him to do. Perfect. Speed, awareness, tackling ability, coverage ability, rush defense ability, 41-inch vertical, day one starter. If he's not a day one starter, he's day 2 starter. He will be a starter for the end of the season. You can bet that. Day 1 starter. He's a starter. Let's just call him a starter. We ain't gonna say when. Alright, we ain't gonna say when. But he's a starter. We will grade him as a starter. Very good pickup by the Chicago Bears. I like Young. I'm gonna follow his career. Okay, Niners fans, last up on my draft crushes. It's gonna be another one of my favorite players. Well, they're all my draft crushes, so you know they're all my favorite. Bud Clock, TCU safety, real ball hawk. I hear players called ball hawk a lot, but you know what a ball hawk is? It means they get the ball, not just they make highlights here and there that they got the ball. Actually get the numbers. Numbers don't lie. Man, this man got 15 interceptions at TCU. That's a ball hawk. What a 4.40. 6'2", 190. Man, Seahawks got them a starter, man. Youngin go in there start, man. That's how good Youngin is. He like that. Had my eye on him. I was hoping. But, you know, to be honest with you, I think the thought of us needing a safety, yes, we do need youth added, competition added, veteran added. So, yeah, we do need to add to the safety room. But honestly, I would more so believe that add a safety of this caliber to a turbo pad rush ain't gonna help nobody. If we didn't fix the pass rush, it ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Because the safeties we got, we don't know how good they are until we see a real pass rush. Man, them quarterbacks had all day and night. Remember that song Day and Night? They had all day and night to throw the ball against us once everybody started getting hurt. Sheesh. I think the additions of the edge rusher out of Texas Tech, I think Nick Bosa being healthy, Osa, all of the contributors. I think that the edge rush, the interior pass rush, will make the secondary look better, regardless who back there. Because it could have been four or five Deions back there covering. If you got that much time, sooner or later they gonna shake. That's just, you know what I mean? You know how football goes. Like, you have to have a pass rush. We didn't have a pass rush last season. So I think, yeah, I wanted a safety, but I think that thought was kind of like forced on my mind by the media. Because early on I was looking at like, we just need to fix the pass rush, and that'll make the youngest that we've already invested in look up to par. The Jalen Browns, the Marquis Seals, the Malik Mustafas. Yeah, I think that the edge will make the interior pass rush and the edge will make the secondary look better as a whole, especially playing deep. Quarterback won't have all day and night to throw the ball. So all in all, even though these are my draft crushes from what I wanted, I'm still going to stand with Mr. Lynch and the crew on. They had a good draft. Honorable mentions for me. So, my honorable mentions, coming from the 49ers mailman, it's got to be Michael Taft, safety out of Texas, 6 feet, 190. Miami took him. Another safety, VJ Payne, 6'3", 208. Kansas State Jets took him. Another safety, Jalen Husky, 6'2", 201. Maryland. The Jags took him in the third. So you can see I did as well want safety. I had my eye on a lot of safeties. I felt like this draft was particularly deep in safety and edge. I feel like we could get one late. We chose to say that we done invested in the draft the last couple of years in safeties, and we're going to roll what we got. Not mad at that. I hope it works. Moving along, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about what I think. Alright, so I'm going to check this mail right quick. 49ers mailman, I'm going to check this mail right quick. What I think about the scrutiny that Lynch and his scouting department, as well as Shanahan, had his input on too much. There was a lot of opinions immediately after the draft, as if this was a bad draft. It's a week after the draft. How will we know? These boys ain't got on field yet, been through training camp yet. We don't know none of that. But if you want to go off the eye test, I think we did pretty good in this draft. And looking at the grades, analytics and the eye test for me, I think we did pretty good. At least the first 4 or 5 picks. The wide receiver, the edge, the running back, the defensive tackle. I like all those. Everybody else, okay, cool. We see how it works. That's part of the game. The scrutiny. And now I'm saying that the scrutiny is being changed a little bit because a couple of experts are saying, nah, they did good for them. Just because their board is their board, that doesn't mean that's everybody else's board. I knew that already. If you ain't a real 49ers fan, you ain't already know that their board and everybody else's board, I don't know what you watching because they've been on that. And that ain't nothing new. But what I'm saying to you is, what's going to happen when they hit? What happens when they hit? Do you hear me? What's going to happen if they hit one draft with some youngs that actually get to participate or that's ready to keep it going from this season to next season and we go on a little run? What happens when we actually get... Okay, I don't want to get too far off subject, but the scrutiny, nah, I don't see it. I think they did good on these draft picks. Just because it ain't consensus bull, what the media say we should get, what them different .coms say we should get, that don't mean nothing. You can look at Scribner and tell Young is a star. You know what I'm talking about? You can look at Romello High, you can tell Young is a star. You can look at Black, you can tell Young is a star. You can look at Holton, you can tell Young is a star. Is the eye test don't fail, then you look at the analytics, it matches up. So what happens when they do get a good draft and we already invested in bringing some talent in to compete in those positions that we was needed in as well? I'm talking about the defensive tackle with Osa. I'm talking about the wide receiver position with Evans and Kirk. What happens when it all lines up? That's when the 49ers mailman be like, yeah, well, immediately after the draft, that Sunday, I was saying I like the picks. That's when I made my video. It's time stamped. I didn't go with what everybody else said. I went with what I saw. And then here we are. It's Wednesday. Just yesterday, Tuesday, you see different folks start to say, well, no, they did do all right. Like, don't get it twisted just because they wasn't doing consensus ranking. Those players are going to be good players. Yeah, 49ers mailman was on that on Sunday. Mine is time dated. So, okay, I ain't saying they stole from me. I'm just saying I go with my own opinion. And sometimes I'll be right sooner than later. So, yeah, I think the scrutiny is terrible to give Lynch and them, especially with the success they've had since they've been here. Did you forget how terrible we once were before this regime took control? Man, it was some horrible years. But it's cool. Because in Lynch and Shanahan, I trust. Yeah, they not perfect. Yeah, they getting better at this. Remember, these are their first jobs, the first times in these positions as well. They learning on the go. They've made some mistakes. What happens when they start getting it right? Man, look, I'm betting with them. I'm thinking that some of these picks going to hit, especially if they get the opportunity. Black did have receiving in his history when he was at JMU, James Madison. He was receiving out there. One of the best 1% it's a rush in college football last year. He's now the third down specialist for us. Scribbling, Yak Monster, Halton, good against the rush and against the pass. Osa built tight. Man, I think they did good, man. And let's not be too hard on Mr. Lynch. It's nice to be in the playoffs. It's nice to win 12 wins when you had your backup quarterback having to participate and you got injuries all across the board. It's nice to still be in the playoffs in that situation. It's nice to have a heavily hit dead cap season and still produce a winning season with the players you have, the players that you received. Nah, yeah, they be missing on the draft. Yeah, they do. Everybody do. I'm not giving them no pass. Yeah, I wish they did do better. But what about what they are good at? They're good at winning with what they have. That's what they have been doing. And we get past some of these injuries, man, I'm trying to tell you. We get past some of these injuries, man, I'm trying to tell you. Let's go, Niners fans. It's your 49ers mailman, and I just delivered.